Hello, my name is Dennis and I'll guide you through this course. I've spent hours and hours working with various game engines and frameworks, and the Unreal Engine is one of my favorites. It makes making 3D games a breeze. In this course I'll take you through all the steps you need to take to make your first game. From installing the Unreal Engine to setting up our first test project so we can play around with the engine and get to know all the tools and utilities you can use to make your game. Making games is not easy and you need to make a lot of them, and you need to start out with the small ones. We'll make our own version of a popular arcade game from the 80s, Missile Command. This may sound like a simple game, but there's a lot more to it than you think. So, let's get started. In this first video I'll show you how to download and install Unreal Engine and Visual Studio, which we need to develop games on Windows. So I'll be using Windows throughout this course because it's the best supported platform, and it's possible to develop games using Unreal Engine on Linux and even on I went to unrealengine.com and press download here on the top. You're presented with a sign up form and you can fill this out, but I already have an account. So I'm just gonna press sign in at the bottom here. Going to enter my email and password. And then click proceed to download. So let's run this thing. Install. And now the screen is going black because I need to give permission. And it's going, installing DirectX. It should be done pretty fast. So there it is, downloading update. And now I need to give permission. So I did, and now there it is. So I need to enter my email and password, sign in. And now we are presented with the Unreal Engine launcher, and this contains all kinds of stuff, all kinds of games. Epic Games is involved with, and we are only interested in the tab on the top left over here, Unreal Engine. Let's go to the library. And now we can install Unreal Engine, and I'm going to do this with this button over here. And I am going to use version 4.20.1, and it is very possible that for you this will show 4.21 or 22 or whatever, and in that case you can simply click this open and select a previous version all the way back and just select the latest 4.20. You could try to follow this course with a newer version, but there's a chance that things will be different. So I have clicked install, and these default options are fine for me. Just gonna disable the shortcut, not interested in that. Install and give permission again. And now it is preparing to install Unreal Engine. So with that going on, we are going back to the browser, and I'm going to open a new tab and simply search for Visual Studio Community and open the first link. And click on download VS Community. So there it goes. Run it, give permission, and continue. It's done downloading, and now it needs to install some more. Right, so this is the Visual Studio installer. And you can see all kinds of packs you can use, and this is very handy because we can just select game development with C++. And now over here on the right, you see it has selected what you need. And now I'm going to also select Unreal Engine Installer, because it will install the dependencies required by Unreal Engine. And then I'm going to go to individual components and enable Git for Windows, which is Git is a handy source code manager. So I'm gonna press install, and now I'm gonna disable this tick. I don't want anything to launch, so disabled it. And with Visual Studio downloading and Unreal Engine downloading, we are set up for quite some time. And I'll be back when it's all done. So see you in a minute. Welcome back. Visual Studio is done installing, and Unreal Engine is done installing. So I'm just going to press launch, because it will have to install the prerequisites again. And just so we get this out of the way for the next video. The Visual Studio installer, well, just gonna press launch here as well, just in case. So this is the Unreal Engine project browser, and we're going to look at it further in the next video. So just press close. And as for Visual Studio, just click here, not now, maybe later. And the color theme, I like the default blue, maybe you like dark. Oh, you can always change these settings later as it reads. So start Visual Studio. Now it's preparing for first use. And this is done. Just press close and close this one. So in the next one, we'll create our first test project and play around a little with the various tools Unreal Engine offers for game making. So, see you in the next video.